Hello dear learners, in today's video we are going to see about the industrial pollution and environmental degradation under the chapter manufacturing industries. Let's get started. In the previous videos we saw about the industries, that is how it is contributing to India's economic growth and development, and it is equally responsible for the increase in pollution on the other hand. So the industries are responsible for 4 types of pollution, that is the air, water, land and noise. Polluting industries also include the thermal power plants. First we'll see about the air pollution. So in the previous classes you all learnt about the Earth's atmosphere. It is a mixture of several important gases like the nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and also it includes some solid matters like pollen dust, volcanic ashes and smoke, etc. Now here, what is the air pollution? So it is caused by the presence of high proportion of undesirable gases such as the sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide, and even the airborne particulate materials, both solids and liquid particles like dust, sprays, mist and smoke are also present. This smoke, it is emitted by the chemical and paper factories, industries, brick kilns, refineries and smelting plants, burning of fossil fuels. Okay, so all these industries or the factories, they don't follow the norms which has to be practiced in their factories. They ignore the pollution norms, and this toxic gas leaks can be very hazardous with long-term effects. One such example is the Bhopal gas tragedy. This was a gas leak incident on the December of 1984 at the Union Carbide India Limited. It is a pesticide plant in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh. Nearly 5 lakh people were exposed to this highly toxic substance, that is the methyl isocyanate. It is called as MIC gas. The air pollution adversely affects the human health, animals, plants, and then the atmosphere as a whole. Now we'll see about the water pollution. So this water pollution is caused by organic and inorganic industrial waste and the effluents discharged into the rivers. So here the responsible areas of the water pollution are the paper, pulp, chemical, textile and dyeing, petroleum refineries, tanneries and electroplating industries. What they do, they let out the dyes, the detergents, acids, salts and heavy metals like lead and mercury, pesticides, fertilizers, synthetic chemicals with carbon, plastics and rubber, etc. into the water bodies. Now here there are some major solid waste in India, that is the fly ash, phosphogypsum and iron and steel slags, okay, which are let into the water bodies. Next we'll move on to the soil pollution. The dumping of waste, that is especially glass, harmful chemicals, industrial effluents, packaging and then the salt and garbage renders the soil useless. Just imagine what will happen. The rainwater which seeps to the soil carrying the pollutants to the ground, and it also contaminates the underground water. Now we'll see about the thermal pollution. So from the thermal plants and from factories, the hot water, it is drained into the water bodies before getting cooled down. So just imagine what will happen to the aquatic life. So these waste from the nuclear power plants and the nuclear and weapon production, it will cause major diseases like cancer, and it also leads some other problems like the birth defects and miscarriages. Noise pollution. Not only like it is an irritating thing and it will trigger the anger, but it also can cause the hearing impairment. It can also increase the heart rate and blood pressure among other physiological effects. So these industrial activities, the constructional activities, the machinery, factories, and then the generators, saws and the pneumatic and the electrical drills also make a lot of noise. So this is called as the noise pollution. Now we'll see what are all the ways that we can control the environmental degradation. So fresh water, we know it is a critical resource. So what is happening? For every liter of wastewater discharge, it pollutes 8 times the quantity of fresh water. So some suggestions to reduce the industrial pollution of fresh water are minimizing the use of water for processing by reusing and recycling it in 2 or more successive stages. The next important suggestion is the rainwater harvesting. So it will meet the water requirements. And before letting the industrial effluents into the water bodies, it has to be treated. This can be done in 3 phases. The water treatment, the industrial effluents should be treated under 3 phases. One through the mechanical means, another through the biological means, and another through the biological, chemical and physical processes. So this comes under the primary, secondary and tertiary treatment. So in the primary treatment by mechanical means, that is, it is involving the screening, grinding and flocculation. Flocculation, it is a process by which the fine particulates are caused to clump together into a flock. That is, on top of the liquid it will be like a creaming, then it will settle down at the bottom as through the sedimentation, and it can be readily filtered from the liquid. So this is one method, that is the primary treatment, that is a mechanical method. Second one is the biological process, that is a secondary treatment is a biological process. This biological process includes the aerobic and the anaerobic treatment. Okay. The tertiary treatment is by biological, chemical and physical processes. So here most probably the neutralization will happen, disinfection will take place and the sedimentation to remove the solids. So through these things you can treat the effluents before letting into the water bodies. So this involves recycling of wastewater also. And also the overdrawing of groundwater reserves by industries also, it has to be legally, it has to be regulated. Okay, then the particulate matter in the air, that can be reduced by fitting smokestacks to factories with the electrostatic precipitators, then the fabric filters, scrubbers and inertial separators. Smoke can be reduced by using oil or gas instead of coal in factories. Machinery and equipment can be used and generators should be fitted with silencers. Almost all the machineries can be redesigned to increase energy efficiency and also to reduce noise. So there are also noise absorbing material apart from the personal use of earplugs and earphones. So that will also cause them physiological defects. So the challenges of sustainable development requires the integration of economic development with environmental concerns. Now we'll see about the proactive approach that is adopted by the National Thermal Power Corporation, that is NTPC, for preserving the natural environment and resources. That is the optimum utilization of equipment, adopting latest techniques and upgrading existing equipment, and also minimizing the waste generation by maximizing the ash utilization. Already we saw about the fly ash. So it is a residue produced during coal combustion consisting of fine particles derived from minerals. So this fly ash, how it can be used, maximizing the ash utilization, that we are going to see. That is the important areas where they can use ash are the cement industry and the bricks industry, mine filling. These ashes can be used to fill the mines. And then the road embankment, land development. It is also a source of micro and macronutrients in agriculture. So in all these aspects, this ash can be used. And the next important objective is to provide the green belts for nurturing ecological balance and encouraging afforestation. So what is a green belt? It refers to a buffer zone created beyond which industrial activity may not be carried on. You can promote the afforestation. You can create an ecological balance in that area. So the providing green belt is one of the major activity of the NTPC. And also reducing the environmental pollution through ash pond management, ash water recycling system and liquid waste management. Ecological monitoring, reviews and online database management for all its power stations. Yes, dear learners, we are finishing the chapter Manufacturing Industries with this video. In the next video, we will be seeing about the new chapter Lifelines of National Economy. Thank you, children.